What's going on, guys? Quick Friday update. Going to be a very brief video. SoFi was on a big sale today along with a lot of other stocks. I picked up some SoFi. Pretty excited to see it at these levels. Didn't really think we would see it this low again after, last month's peak. But we're getting a sale on SoFi, and I am getting to build out that position again because I did sell a lot of SoFi at $22, $23. All the calls, pretty much a lot of my shares, but building that position out heavy again, added some leaps today. Patreons were notified of that, of course. This one went under $15 today, $14.63. Last time it was this low, I didn't add as heavy as I wanted to, and I regretted that, even though I fully believe in the company and what they're doing and what they're going to do in 2022 and 2023. So I'm not making that mistake again. I added today, and I'm going to continue adding SoFi. I know that it's been dipping a lot, and people are getting frustrated, but that's just the entire market. I mean, SoFi killed earnings, down 33% in a month. That's ridiculous. The overall market is just very bearish, but I also picked up a little bit more Disney shares, Square shares, and a little bit of Palantir. I'm waiting to get into leaps on stuff until we do see a little bit of a bounce in the market. Then I will scale into some long-dated calls on stuff like Square, possibly even Roku. And yeah, that's where we're at. I'm going to go over some tweets that I saw today. We had some pretty good action going for SoFi. All right, then just going over some chatter I'm seeing on Twitter from one of my favorite accounts lately that talks about SoFi all the time. This first one is just large call flow for SoFi. March 15th, call volume spiked like crazy today as SoFi was very oversold. And I picked up one Leaps contract for 2023, 15 strike. Plenty of time, and that is actually already up. Then next up we have SoFi institutional ownership spiked in December, so that is very nice to see. The big boys are buying. Then we have a block trade, 651,400 shares of SoFi purchased above ask at $15.30. And then last up, we just have this last tweet here talking about the risk reward for SoFi. I think it is at very good levels to buy at, and I show that in the chart. This is my buy zone. You want to buy low when it's beaten down, not when it's mooning and at all-time highs. So you have to have that conviction in your plays. I think SoFi is undervalued. As you can see here, average analyst PT is 25, highest is 30, lowest is 19. So even the lowest PT is still above where we're at. Then you have bank chart approval coming up. We do have the warrants coming up. We'll see how the market reacts to those. But 90% of neobanks use SoFi's Galileo tech, strong guidance, consistent growth. I think overall fintech is just beat down right now, and most of them are good deals. You could pretty much pick any of this list. I would say SQ, SoFi, and PayPal are my top threes. I need to look into Affirm and Upstart a bit more, and Visa is just a bit outdated for me and my liking. And then we have a new article just talking about SoFi's backdoor crypto adoption. This guy or whoever wrote this article is saying they'll bet on a company like SoFi just due to the enthusiastic customer base. SoFi is already attracting these customers. This would simply give them another reason to stay on the platform, with the large crypto adoption in the world today. And this article is solid. I'll link it in the bio of this video if you want to check it out. All right, and to wrap up the video, the one-day chart, pretty much the same as yesterday. We just bled out a bit more today. I believe the bottom today was around 1462. I think max pain for SoFi, unless the overall market dies like we kind of saw it do today, I think max pain's $14. So my buy zone is 14 to 16. I think those are great spots to buy. Just kind of scale in, average down in waves, not really trying to time it too much, but this is your buy zone, your accumulation zone. Play that bounce all the way back up to around $20 to $24. That's where I'll probably trim some shares, trim some calls. I will keep shares long term, and I will keep my leaps for the time being. But right now, it is a bit bearish, pretty much 50-50 in my opinion. It was nice to see those large orders coming in, those institutional buyers stepping in and loading up. They know something's coming. This company's undervalued, and that's what I have for SoFi at the moment. So hang in there. Things will get better. I think news will start to settle in. We've just had a week full of Fed talks, tapering talks, the variant, just a ton of news. It was a very news-driven weekend and tough to, be in, especially if you're trading. So I think that'll level out, and hopefully in 2022 things get a lot better. but I know people are worried about inflation and tapering and stuff. So once we get through that, I think we'll get a big bounce in the market and people will realize a lot of these stocks are undervalued and oversold. So that's pretty much it. Have a good weekend. See y'all next week.